Hello student, this video is for class 11th. The topic is sources of business finance. In this video, we'll cover certain topics related to business finance like importance of business finance, types of financial needs of a business, fixed capital, working capital, classification of sources of funds. Finance is vital for survival, growth, and expansion of business. In order to carry out business activities, finance is needed, whether it is to buy space to set up office or land to set up a factory, to buy raw materials, stock, to pay wages and salary to staff, and so on. The requirement of finance for each business may vary depending upon nature of business, scale of business, etc. In order to meet its financial need, a business may obtain funds from different sources depending upon multiple factors. The various sources of finance may be broadly classified into owned sources and borrowed sources. The fund required by business to carry out its various activity is called business finance. Finance is needed to start a business, to run a business, and to expand a business. Finance is called the lifeblood of a business. The need for fund arises from the point when an entrepreneur decides to start a business. Also, some funds are required for meeting day-to-day expenses like business operations, purchasing raw materials, paying salaries to employees, paying electricity bill, and so on. Moreover, funds are also needed to expansion of business. Types of financial need of a business. The financial needs of a business can be broadly classified into two categories as fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital. The capital which is invested in business to acquire fixed assets like land and buildings, plant and machineries. The fixed capital remain invested in the business for long period of time, usually till the life of the business. It is also known as long-term capital. The two key factors affecting the fixed capital requirement of a business concern are as follows. First, nature of business. It is generally perceived that a trading business requires less fixed capital as compared to manufacturing business. This is primarily because a manufacturing enterprise need to invest heavily in fixed asset like factories, machineries, etc. as compared to a trading concern which has to produce finished good from various sources. The second key factor affecting the fixed capital requirement of business concern is scale of business. It is an undisputed fact that the scale of business has a direct bearing of the requirement of fixed capital. A large scale enterprise will require higher investment in fixed asset as compared to a small scale enterprise. Besides, there are many other factors which affect the fixed capital requirement of a business. We'll discuss those factors later. Working capital. The capital which is required to meet the day-to-day operational needs of a business, like the cost of raw material, stock, rent, electrical charges, etc. It remain invested in business for a period of less than 1 year. It is also known as short-term capital. The two key factors affecting the working capital requirement of a business concern are as follows. First, credit allowed. If a business sells its goods on credit, its working capital requirements are going to be more as compared to a business which allows sale of cash basis only. The second factor affecting the working capital requirement is growth and expansion. If a business is planning to expand its operation in the near future, its working capital requirement are going to be higher as compared to a business which does not intend to do so. Topics to be covered in next video is classification of sources of fund on the basis of time period, sources of generation, and on the basis of ownership. Further, we'll study short-term funds, medium-term funds, long-term funds,